It is a welterweight matchup between Nick Diaz and Nate Diaz. Well, enjoy him while he's here, folks, because you never know if this will be the last time we see Nate Diaz in the UFC with a fan base really as big as any fighter in the sport. Diaz is back tonight, and we're glad to see him.
Stockton, stand up. This guy has a cult following. He is one of the most interesting guys in the UFC because he has this sense that he really doesn't care to be here, but he also doesn't feel as comfortable anywhere but in the octagon. So it's a love-hate relationship with fighting for Nate Diaz. When he's happiest, when he's best, he's fighting in the UFC. A guy that boxes, unbelievable, but I think it's the attitude of Nate Diaz that has made him into one of the biggest stars that we've ever seen in the octagon.
He had a couple of life-changing paydays against Conor McGregor, the win at UFC 196, the majority decision loss at UFC 202.
Which to this day he says he won, right?
He thinks he won that fight. But one thing goes without saying, and I'll say it anyway, when Nate Diaz fights, the world is watching, and that is the case yet again here tonight. Representing Stockton, California, yes, here is Nick Diaz. Some people wondered if we'd ever see him make this walk again. Good to see Nick Diaz making the walk to the octagon tonight.
From the 209, which you are also gracefully representing with that tattoo. But Nick Diaz was the start of the Diaz dynasty. A guy that went out there every time and just gave it his all. His first round, one-round fight with Paul Daly back in Strikeforce is still believed to be the greatest one-round championship fight in history. Willing to go through the fire in order to make you engage him in the type of fight that he wants. He has phenomenal boxing and also a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Beat Paul Daly and then returned to the UFC at UFC 137 to defeat BJ Penn. At the time, his 11th straight win. The wildly popular Nick Diaz back for more tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a jiu-jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 22 wins, 13 losses. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Stockton, California, USA. Ladies and gentlemen, an Ultimate Fighter season winner, Nate Diaz. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a jiu-jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 26 wins, 11 losses, and 2 no contests. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Stockton, California, Nick Diaz! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Murgliata.
So Dan Murgliata shares the cage.
You ready?
All right, folks, here we go with round 1. This is not the Eddie Bravo Invitational. This is the UFC, and 2 of the more decorated Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belts we have in this or any division.
Yes, in any division. We've never seen guys that can really incorporate Jiu-Jitsu into fighting as we've seen this 2 do. But who's gonna make a mistake? Who's gonna leave an arm out there to get grabbed? Who's gonna leave their neck out? Let's see, when you put 2 great Jiu-Jitsu players together, who can get their hand raised in the octagon.
All right, single collar tie now, and he connects there, DC.
Great job landing that punch.
Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by the gentleman.
Man, he's just got a great feel for the striking realm early in this one.
The timing is on point. He's doing a great job of mixing everything up.
How good is that jab from Nate Diaz? Almost as if he's been doing it for 20 years, right?
I mean, he has been doing it. You know, he's got a great boxing coach in Richard Perez, a guy that he believes in, a guy that has allowed him to gain the confidence to stand with the best strikers in the world.
And both guys really throwing with authority. Oh, and he connects with a punch there, DC. You like this guy.
I like this guy a ton. And to watch his punch like this puts a smile on my face.
Oh, powerful double leg takedown. Nice entry on that attempt. All right, working inside the now open guard of his opponent. Uh-oh.
Throwing up a triangle. The guy on his back is very good at submissions, and if he's not careful here, he's going to get stuck, and he will have to submit.
He might get a finish here. Oh, countering, it looks like with a bomb flu choke, or maybe we should call it the OSP now, but trying to get out of the guillotine by submitting his opponent. Incredible. And there it is!
He's done, he's done!
Yeah, that is high-level grappling right there as he gets the win tonight here by way of submission, and he bided his time there. He stayed patient, waited for an opening, and then when it was there, he certainly capitalized to get the tap here tonight. All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
He does a great job of staying patient. He doesn't rush or panic. You are never safe when you're fighting this guy. You're in a lot of trouble. You're in a lot of trouble the entire time when you're this good in the submissions.
So a seminal moment for this fighter here tonight as he gets the win by submission. Huge victory in his career, and it'll be very interesting to see how they matchmake him moving forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Leonis called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 36 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out, Nick Diaz!
All right, so what a performance by this young man here tonight as he gets the win by way of submission. He certainly put a lot of stock into getting the finish tonight, and he did just that. Congratulations.
It was a very tough fight, but he knew that if he did everything right, he can get to his position, which is the ground, and he would be able to finally finish by submission tonight. He did just that.